G'day. How are you? What are you up to? I'm Mark, and I'm going to show you the next area of my Planet Coaster 2 park, Willow Gardens. This is more of a family thrill sort of area. It's more thrilling than the previous area, but definitely doesn't have the biggest thrills of the park. I think in the lore of the park, I kind of thought it was sort of the next section built as the park sought to go beyond just the botanical gardens, and so has less of the gardens and more of the just plain attractions. The area is surrounded by this family GCI coaster. I built it third up when I first started playing Planet Coaster because I wanted to see how the coaster builder copes with building sort of GCI transitions, which is sort of quite snappy and changes directions quite quickly and snaps into a curve very rigidly and in a very sort of specific sort of way. And in Planet Coaster 1, the coaster builder just didn't really cope with those sorts of transitions very well. They were very jolty and you notice the transitions. I'm pretty happy with the results of this. Give you a little bit of a POV. The full POV is in my channel. Yeah, I think the Planet Coaster, again, overall is very good, and I'm very happy with the fact that they made it so much smoother. But yeah, this, I kind of built it because I kind of wanted it to, have a really unique layout that sort of wrapped around this area and sort of interact with log flume as well, not just be sort of jailed into one plot of land. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think the GCI itself probably could be a little bit more realistic to real life, but I think it's I like the layout, and I'm happy with the result. So just got this sort of 3 flat rides here. I went hard with the new sort of sails that they've given us, which I really like. Often with these sort of generic flat rides that a more generic park would have, they don't really go into great efforts to build immersive theming in the queue. It's just more sort of like a shelter. So I've kind of just used that here. For some reason I kind of like how these look like lily pads and they're sort of next to this trough of water here. I don't know, it just looks good to me. Added a few suns to this magic carpet ride to give it sort of more of an Arabian feel. Added decal to give the title of the ride. I like how it kind of shows up when the ride is flipping over the apex of this end. I also made use of the gap in this the ride here. Usually I think with this sort of track it's like a disco. It's called a disco, but this is a different variation where everybody's sitting and facing inwards. I think there's quite a few parks that have the ability to walk under there. Have a ride going under there, so I wanted to make use of that. And, added a few rocks here to make it look like it's similar to the grass, and some hedges around it. Obviously, in the actual build, it's just one continuous base. I think they probably had plans to make you be able to put a footpath through here, but I don't think it ended up coming to fruition in the first game. I do remember just going back in one of the very original concept videos, they had this ride and had kind of showed a footpath going under it, but yeah, unfortunately you can't do that in this game. Anyway, sorry, I'm just rambling on. These were my first buildings in Planet Coaster 2. Again, I'm not the best at building very accurate buildings, but I feel like in a theme park for just some ice cream stands, this is plausible. Yeah, as we head on up the hill, I kind of, to give the park a little bit of difference, and also I have a river rapids here that I wanted to create a natural difference in land height. I kind of wanted to just build this sort of gradual hill just to give it sort of a more realistic feature, because, you know, theme parks aren't necessarily built on completely flat land. So I sort of made use of that and added this kiosk that many people are using, as we can see here. Yeah, just as sort of like a little break in that, and maybe a little overlook out to this section. I sort of resized these shelters, and yeah, I kind of like how you have instant shelter for these tables with these assets. It's really good. I'm still yet to figure out how I'm gonna plus this attraction, but I think I was also just trying to see how pathing works, and if you can kind of make complex paths. Somewhat succeeds, but the guests just walk through the rails, which, you know, I'm okay with. It's fine. We're a bigger fish to fry than that. This whole area is pretty much just a rapids. I don't mind how the rapids looks after I've played with it. I really do wish that they had specific pieces with rapids that look like what I've added here. These are rapids effects that I had to add in, so you can still actually see the little nodes, which is frustrating. I wish they had an option that you could actually hide the nodes. But yeah, I like that they've actually given us those rapids options, because yeah, the vanilla rapids in the ride are it's just this bubble bath type look, and yeah, it's not ideal. I really do wish that they would give us sort of specific sections that have rapids that the rafts actually interact with, rather than just the raft bubbling up and down. Anyway, maybe that'll come, maybe it won't, who knows. But yeah, I think it ended up turning out looking relatively realistic. I think, again, the basin is very blue, which I don't really mind too much. Yeah, it's not sure how if you actually deepen it, the water changes. Yeah, see, it doesn't necessarily change colour that well. So it's always this sort of light blue colour, which, you know, I've learnt to deal with, but I'm sure others would find it a bit limiting. Anyway, as we go along, yeah, it's just a serene walkway through the rapids. A lot of sort of interaction with the rapids from the pathway, and good views of it. This is getting into the more modern sort of area of building design, which we'll look at it in the next video. Built a Ferris wheel on top here because it's sort of like there's a little show area for the log flume under here, and I thought, oh well, it'd be kind of cool to have a ride actually on top of it. Yeah, and so the Ferris wheel seemed like a good idea because of the height. Yeah, so built that up, and yeah, the path is really great. How you can, really mold it into scenery. Feels a lot freer than Planet Coaster 1. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how that looks. And this is just another overview of the Rapids ride. I was thinking that it would be good to put a different attraction in, another attraction amongst it, but there just wasn't enough room, which is fine. It'd be nice if they gave us like sideshows or something that we could just sort of plonk in that gives the area a bit more of a purpose rather than just being for one attraction. But it's a scenic walk, so at least there's that for our wonderful customers. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Give this video a like if you liked it. Perhaps even subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.